Welcome everybody to the Loretta McNary Show, and this too is a segment on what's great about Memphis. And of course, Memphis is great for so many things, but did you know that every year, and he can tell you for how many years, we've had a circus come around here. And I remember going and taking my sons, and I don't know who's afraid it was me, so we would leave sometimes, but you don't want to leave this time when the circus comes to Memphis. It's called the UniverSoul Circus, and our guest today is the national tour promoter for the UniverSoul Circus, and welcome him to the show, Copeland.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How does one become a national tour promoter for the circus?
Well, there actually isn't a promoter school or anything like that. It's just, well, I can give you the story about how I got into it. I was in radio in Atlanta working with Casual Cal, who was actually one of the founders and the original ringmaster for the UniverSoul Circus. I was working with him on the show, and we became pretty good friends, and then I decided I wanted to go back to corporate America, and I moved to Charleston, South Carolina. During that time, they called me and were telling me they wanted to start a circus, and it was going to be a black circus, and I was like, okay, well, we'll help support you, you know, with advertising. I didn't think it was going to happen, but actually it did happen. And while I'm in Charleston, I got kind of homesick, wanted to move back to Atlanta. I'm originally from Brooklyn, but I moved to Atlanta, wanted to go back to Atlanta. And in between that time, the circus had become one of my company's clients. We were doing promotions. So I called them to tell them, listen, I'm going to be leaving this company. Your new contact person is this person here. And they said, what are you going to be doing, Val? I said, I'm going to be going back to Atlanta and relaxing, trying to find a job. And they said, well, no, let's get the owner on the phone. So the owner got on the phone. We started talking for about 10 minutes, and he knew what I did promotion-wise. I think about a week later, I was in Nashville, Tennessee, representing the circus. So, you know, wow. It's like, and I've been doing it ever since. This is my 11th year.
Fantastic. A week later, now you do it.
Oh yeah, a week later. It's just, in the circus business, it's like, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go.
Wow. Okay. So how many years has it been in existence?
The circus overall has been in existence this is our 19th year. And this is our 13th year coming to the beautiful city of Memphis.
Yes, beautiful city. Love that.
Oh, yeah,
I say
Memphis
that too about when I describe Memphis. It is a beautiful city. Absolutely. So when people come to the circus and you think, did they have a hard time making a sale like that? African American circus, black circus, as opposed to the bigger circuses? Yeah,
the first years were hard. I mean, we gave out a lot of, I wasn't with them there, but I know the story. We gave out a lot of tickets because people just didn't believe. You know, they said they're not going to have tigers, they're just going to have big cats in there. You know, they're not going to have real mats, they're going to have mattresses. You know, we had all the stereotypical things that were going to happen. But the owner, Cedric Walker, originally from Baltimore, Maryland, he had a vision and he got the financing and he stuck in there. For the first 3 years, the company lost a lot of money, but once people really saw what was going on, it really, really caught fire and it just started touring the country. And right now, everybody knows about us. And in 1999, we had our HBO special, which really, really put us on the map. And we've been just rolling across the country ever since.
Oh my goodness, that's so awesome. And has everybody ever been? Have you been? Clap if you've been before. Clap if you want to go. Yeah, you got to come see this thing. It is a quality circus, and it has the tigers, the bears, oh my. It has everything, and we're so excited that you guys continue to come to Memphis, give us chance after chance to see a world-class circus with people that look like our children. Not that they're so important on some levels, but on a lot of levels it's very important, considering children that are in the inner city. They've never seen anything outside of that region where they are, so to see a circus with people that look like them, that has to be more inspiring, and sometimes we need that. So I commend you guys for doing that.
Well, thank you. I mean, after 19 years, we've been somewhat cloned the black circus, but basically it's African-American owned and operated. But for those of you who have been to the show, you know that you see people from China, from Russia, Mexico, Colombia, all over the place. So, you know, we say soul has no color. That's why it's UniverSoul Circus.
Yeah, so you got to come. So what are the dates here in Memphis that you?
The dates in Memphis are August 28th through September 3rd, Labor Day, and we're going to be at Hickory Ridge Mall. And once again, the tent is air conditioned. because we're here and it's just the hottest time of the year, it seems like.
What? Okay, let me stop you right there. He's from Atlanta. You know, when I talked to him Monday, he goes, it sure is hot here. I'm like, dude, we were in Atlanta, me and my girlfriend, my best friend, like in May, and it was like, woo, it was hot in May. It was so hot.
Here. It's a different kind of heat.
Hot is hot, man.
That's that plantation kind of heat down here, I'm telling you. I mean, I'm from Brooklyn.
I said the same thing about Atlanta, so I don't feel bad.
When I came to Memphis, I was light-skinned. Let me just tell you that.
Oh, then it's hot, y'all. It's hot out there. Woo! I like that. Too bad I can't use it, but I like that you can use it. That's how we have fun, because you know what? After all, it's just the skin color. We make it more than that. I don't care. I don't like to say I got white friends and Asian friends. I just got friends that look all kinds of ways, you know. So when we got to get to that point where we can laugh and talk about it, because that was funny. Y'all, that was funny. That was funny. So August 28th through the September 3rd. Please come and see this. And he told you it's air conditioned. This is something family friendly. The tickets are, you know, so affordable that even a talk show host can afford to take her family. And I'm really going. I'm going 2 nights. Hopefully I'll win a pair of tickets. And then the next time
you're going to come another day.
I'm coming 2 times.
That's right. You're going to be there on Saturday, September 2nd, aren't you?
I'm going to be there Saturday, September 2nd. The 1st? No,
it's the 1st. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Saturday, September 1st at 12 noon.
See, don't tell me the wrong date. I'll show up.
Yeah, Saturday, September 1st.
But I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there, and I want everybody to come see this, because this is the first. And then, see, God gives me stuff that had not been on my radar at all. I didn't grow up thinking or was laying awake one night saying, "Ooh, I sure wish I could be the ringmaster of the circus." I would want to do it, but I don't want to have to get on the. What'd you say? I got to ride?
Well, we're going to surprise you. Okay.
Oh, no.
We're going to surprise you.
Okay.
But you're going to be an honorary guest ringmaster Saturday, September 1st, the 12 noon show.
12 noon show. Please come out and support me, because I want them to say, "Dog, when Loretta was there, everybody in Memphis came." Okay, so you got to. Even if you got to stay out the hair salon, the barbershop, no, better yet, go to do that, but just don't go eat lunch every day. Okay, and so you can buy a ticket to come. But for those who are in the audience, I tell you, you got to show up, because they're going to get. He's giving away 4 packs of 4 tickets to somebody in our audience tonight. So woohoo, right? Somebody's gonna win that. It's not the night that I'm ringmaster. You gotta buy those tickets.
Yeah, that's the special. That's the special.
That's the special.
Well, I can tell you, you are going to come in on an elephant. That's one thing.
What does one? How do you shop for an outfit to ride an elephant? We'll figure it out.
So, you know, I'm giving you just a little hint, but we have some good things in store for you. It's going to be an exciting time in Memphis. And Memphis, by far, and I'm not just saying it because I'm in Memphis, is one of our best mid-major cities. I'm telling you.
Give it up for Memphis. We support it.
Really. We've got the support from the city of Memphis, Shelby County, the management here at Hickory Ridge Mall. Just everybody has really been supportive of the circus, and we do love coming here.
Yeah, and one other thing I like about you guys, I know we were encouraging people to buy tickets, but you guys give a lot of tickets to kids who would no other way be able to come to a circus of this quality, and they give tickets away to, I don't know how you do schools or something, but you'll see where they give a lot of tickets away.
Right, we have morning shows that are generally geared to the schools, and those are 10:30, and those are going to be on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday mornings. And what we do is we try to go to a inner city school and actually do a free show. And we've gone to Kirby High School, we've gone to American Way Middle School, and this year we're waiting for the City of Memphis School Board to tell us which school they want us to go to. So.
Ooh, I know you hope it's your school, right? But anyway, I just want to thank you for coming by to tell us this wonderful news about the circus coming to town. The Saturday, September 1st, honorary ringmaster. You guys got to come to make sure I do this, because I will try to talk myself out of it, but I can't lie because my pastor is back there, so he got to come. If I'm coming, you got to come, and this first lady make sure, you know, see sister in case I need some hands laid on me to get up there. But anyway, thank you so much for all you do, thank you, UniverSoul Circus, and thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much. We look forward to that Saturday under the big top.
Under the big top. Now, do the little thing you did before you go off. When I say
big top, you say circus. Big top.
Circus.
Big top.
Circus.
Big top.
Circus.
Oh, they all belong to circus. Thanks so much.
Oh, I love it. We'll be right back. Just a moment to go anywhere.
In 1990, in Severn, Maryland, The daughter of a clergyman was discovered by a music industry insider while pumping gas at a service station. The odds of her getting signed and spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of this former church choir singer going on to sell 40 million records? 1 in 15 million. The odds of the same woman winning 6 Grammy Awards and starring in 2 Broadway plays? 1 in 75 million. The odds of this musician and performer having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 150. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org.
With us. Hope you enjoyed our PSA. Joining me now is an artist that I just happened to hear about through a grapevine. But when I saw and I did my research, and Vashon and I did our research, this guy, I don't know how we missed him. I just do not know how we missed him, but he's here now. Everybody give it up for Young Ru. It's so funny that a friend of a friend of a friend, we just happened to be out, somebody I never met before, they had never heard of Loretta McNary show. Imagine that. But they had, and so we were at this networking function, and we talked, and she's like, you gotta get this artist on, he's so amazing, and he wrote this song with this guy, teamed up with him for the Grizzlies. Did you hear about it? And I was like, no. And, you know, because people are always trying to talk up somebody when they want to be on TV, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll look at it. And sure enough, he was all that and more. And then it so happened we were church members. So because I always be on good behavior, because you never know.
Small world.
Exactly, especially when you go to Hope, you know, with all these tens of thousands of folk that are members. But I was on my best behavior, so we were friends now. So she said, you gotta hear him. I'm like, okay.
Well, I'm glad she did. Glad to be here.
I'm glad you're as good as she said you were, because otherwise, no, just joking. Even a church member, you're not gonna come on if you're not great. But he is awesome, and you'll get a chance to hear him. I asked him to prepare 2 songs, and I'm not sure which one he's gonna do. And he's like, "What do you want me to do? Secular, romance, Christian?" I said, "Just do me the clean version of all of those. Whatever one you do, just make sure it's the clean family version." And I saw your new video, and it is so awesome.
Oh, thank you so much.
And say the name of
the name of the song is Sometimes, and that's the leading single for my mixtape, which is called The Anagnoresis, Volume 1. You can see it here, and that'll be the name of the song I do coming up here next, one of them, and I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, because he was, the video is so tight too. The video is awesome. It's world class, his video. He's not one of those mixtape artists when you have so much negativity stereotype about mixtapes, but his is so awesome. His video is really very, very professional. I was impressed how it starts, and then you have to watch it, okay? But anyway, how long have you been rapping?
I've been rapping about maybe close to a decade. Started when I was in 7th grade. I learned actually in church from a friend of mine. He taught me while I was listening actually to my dad speak. He taught me how to write down a rap, and I didn't really know, you know, a normal person like myself could do that. I thought it was a myth that I heard on the radio. So I was glad I found that. I got obsessed with it, started doing it in class every day, and just found my passion that way. And I'm glad to come out with my first project.
That is so awesome, because when we're in church, and I gotta say this about Reverend Rufus, because he does this thing where he could be a rapper too. You know what I'm talking about? Because if you're not paying attention when he starts to talk, you will lose some stuff. Because once he get on this roll, I mean, he does his theologian thing. He's really, really good about that too. But then he goes on this soliloquy almost, where he's just pumping this stuff out like a artist, and it's the word still, and he's taking you on these pictures, and he's taking you so fast up these hills and down. And so we were like, did you all do a song together yet? Me and my sons were wondering if you got a song with your dad, because he is so...
Not a song yet, but we have one in the works.
I know it, because does he know he can rap?
I don't know.
He doesn't call it rap, yeah.
Spoken word.
Of course, you know, he's a pastor. He's not calling it rapping. The hoop. And I know the people at home know what I'm talking about. You really have to pay attention, because if you do, then you'll get it. Oh my goodness, like, oh wow. But so I guess you have that gene. Can your mom rap?
She can't, but she can sing. She can sing very well. She can play the piano.
Oh,
she has her talent. So.
Oh, because I'm getting ready to do a new CD, so I'll have to look Mama up.
Look her up, please.
See, everybody know the joke. I told them. Yeah.
Jacqueline Smith is her name.
That's gonna be my new art on my album. But anyway, so tell us, he's a student too. So you know what, my whole world has changed since I started talking to my sons more. Because you know, as parents, we think of a rapper as what we see the negative part on TV, sagging, cursing, belittling women. But there's also a flip side to that. You have rappers like him who are just so incredibly awesome. And you can follow their flow, man. You be wanting to just, ooh, I can do that too. Because that song on that video I was talking about is so amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been inspired actually by those rappers that you've been talking about, and they are great themselves. Their image, of course, may not be as accepted in certain circles. I myself, growing up in that circle, want to take their art and use it to my best ability and make it my own, which is what I think I did on the Anagnoresis. It is, I guess you would call it higher echelon of rap music, and the Lord's blessed me with the gift, so I'm using it.
And you're so honest in that because you're like, sometimes I don't want to go to church and not do this, and sometimes I don't want to do this and I'd rather do that. And I'm telling you, if I can understand and follow, and I'm a little slow when it comes to rap music, but I got it. So everybody, just hold on to your seats because we're going to get Young Ru to perform for us, and then we'll be right back with just a moment.
Thank you. This first song I'm going to do is called Don't Do Me This Way, and I watched an earlier show from Loretta, and they were talking about relationships, and this is one about relationships, maybe about that perspective from the males that they don't want to show the soft side, or they don't want to show too much emotion. So this is what that song's about. I can do that because I'm an artist. Please, he said, don't do me this way. Don't do me like that. Yeah. Said, why you do me like that? Look, I don't think you realize what you're doing. I can hide them well, but I have emotions. I'm a human. I don't be sleeping at night. I be canoeing through my sea of tears I made when reviewing our last reunion. It was 8 o'clock. I took you to our favorite spot by the mall at the waterfall where we just lay it out. Normally you wouldn't say a lot, but this time was different. I had to listen. You were a bit more vociferant, talking about, I don't know, babe, it's like we ain't equivalent. And even when I'm at peace, I still feel belligerent. This is crazy. I know I said you'll always be my baby, but you won't. She and Mariah got a little shady. How she gonna tell me this while I'm sailing up on Noah's Ark? Already in the storm, and now I got a broken heart. Well, I ain't tripping that she leave, that ain't the coldest part. It's the fact the night before we were throwing darts, drinking wine, trying to forget about my great flood. Wasting time before we came close and gave hugs. Soft kisses to my missus, then we made love. Now all of a sudden you hate us? Must have been fake love. Fake love, it couldn't be. That don't make sense to me. Given our prior history, it's a mystery. I know you hate it when I don't text right back, but how you gonna do me like that, huh? Please don't do me like that. Please. Say, why you do me like that? Huh? You know what? Forget it. I ain't even worried about it, dog. Yeah, bro, I'm sure about it, dog. She'll see how much I'm worth when God clears up all the fog. I ride the beat, though. I say some words about it, dog. One verse can sum it all. She ain't all that. Give me your quarterback for change. Roger that. Star back. It's Young Ru 1-2. I'm moving on to better things. Chunk deuce and let's roll like Etta James. At last, I feel I've been freed from heavy chains. A rush of excitement runs through my every vein and I laugh. It's funny cause I'm finally getting money and you let him take you from me. You a dummy. No, I'm a fool. Now I gotta snap back to reality, trying to convince myself that she's only mad at me. Soon she'll come back to me. She's like my boomerang. She's too cool for words though. She like my booty tank. I can't describe her. Ooh wee, man. She's incredible. I couldn't be mad at you if you told me she looked edible. Better and fresher than a vegetable. But all good things end. It's inevitable. But please don't do me like that. Please. Say, why you do me like that? Huh? Yeah. Just let that ride out. Just let that ride out. Yeah. Talented on the beach, y'all. The Anagnoresis, Volume 1. Thank you.
All right, everybody, give it up memorized. Oh my goodness, if I could just repeat some of the stuff the way you said it, I'd be on that album with you. We're gonna do an album. I love that. How long did it take you to write that?
That particular song, obviously, was an emotional song. Maybe a day. Maybe a day, so.
A day. See, my sons do that. You and Nick and Tierra should get together and Spencer and do something together because they can do that. They can write it and get it to flowing and say words that I didn't even know they knew because they're like $50 words. And I was like, oh my goodness, whose children are you? So I think we should get together and do something and present that because I'm fascinated by our young people because they have so much talent and we would just let them be who they are. And look what we'll get if we do. So, okay, this is the question I had to ask. Your dad is a reverend.
Yes.
And you are a rapper.
Yes, ma'am. Those are two contradictory words.
Yes. So, was there any, when you said, hey, Dad, I need to talk to you?
There was about this album, mainly because the cover, when you see it up close, you'll understand why. And what it is I'm sitting on top of a cross with my legs hanging off and I'm smoking a cigar. One side of the cross is orange, like a bag of, the color like a bag of Reese's, and it looks like the scene, like a nice sunset scene, so it's really nice on one side, which is the side I'm sitting on. And the other side is dark and gloomy. It's really rainy, and it just looks ugly on that side, and that's the other side. So it represents two sides of life, and I am on the good side, but I'm still smoking a cigar, which represents you're still in touch with your past while you are still in touch with your roots and your foundation and your spiritual roots. You still have to deal with your past. So that's what the album cover means, and